Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you start with the injuries as usual, please?
Well, we continue with Jovetic and with Fernando out of the team. Both of them, I think, that will be ready next week. And Saminari also that has a growing problem.
So Sergio Aguero and David Silva are okay?
Sergio and David are both okay, yes.
The interest continues in Frank Lampard's, whether he's going to stay here or whether he's going to go to New York. Can you clarify for us exactly what his situation is in terms of the contract that he has here at City?
Yes, I can clarify the situation because it's very easy. Lampard is playing and he scored 2 goals in the last 2 games. So in this moment, he's a very important player for us. He will stay with us here after he has his loan said. It's still January. We'll see after what happens in the future. It's not a problem that really we have to analyze in this moment. We are in September and October, November, December, 3 long months. He will continue with us. We'll see after when the loan is finished what we are going to do.
But there is room there for the possibility of him staying longer.
Possibility is to do the best for Manchester City. That's the possibility.
Arsene Wenger was saying this morning that he maybe isn't happy with that sort of a situation occurring. Can you understand why some managers might not like that?
No, I don't analyze what other managers say.
James Milner was saying the other day that he would like to play more football if possible here. His contract will be coming to an end before too long. Do you think there is a chance of him playing more football in the future?
I think that what James Milner said is what every football player will say. All the players want to play more games. I think that James is an important player for our squad. He knows exactly what I think about that. So I don't think that we are going to have any problem with him because he's always involved. Maybe some games starting for the beginning or as a substitute, but he's always playing.
Do you get excited after the other night against Sheffield Wednesday when you saw some of the young players coming through, Jose Angel Pozo, for example? He gives you something else maybe to think about in the future?
Well, I think that for me it's very, very important when you have the opportunity to give a chance to a young player to see that you are not wrong in your appreciation. I think that Pozo is a very good player. That unfortunately he was near 1 hour with his ankle, with a problem in his ankle. Now he's coming back, and as a manager, for me, I'm very happy to give him the opportunity because he deserves during the week when I see him work every day.
How important is it now for you to get a run of results together now with this trip to Hull, the way things have been going, to now make sure that you get a positive run of results going now?
Well, of course, I think it was a very useful match for our team. We are not scoring too many goals here at home. We are maybe in the last 4 games we didn't win our game. We are not playing bad, but we didn't win. So it's important to win in the way we did on Wednesday, and I hope that this can continue in the future, especially now tomorrow against Hull, because in the Premier League we cannot drop many points.
In the Premier League as a whole so far this season, a lot more goals are being conceded than there were last season. 143 at this stage. It was 107 at this stage last season. Have you any idea why more goals are being scored so far at this stage this year?
We scored more goals this year than last year?
Overall in the Premier League?
Yes, I understand. 147 goals or 107 goals, it's possible to score one team in 5 games or 6 games. But no, really, I don't know. I don't know the reason. If you use the same statistic about our team, it's not so good because maybe last year in the first 5 games of the Premier League, we scored more goals than we are doing this year. But against the same rivals, the goals are very near. Against the same rival, last year we didn't score. Against Chelsea, this year we scored 1 goal. Against Stoke, we didn't score. Last year we scored 1, so it's very similar. Newcastle 2 goals away, and this year 2 goals away. So in our team, it's very similar. In the whole Premier League, I don't know why.
Thanks, Manuel.
What have you made of Hull's season so far?
Sorry?
What have you made of Hull's season so far? The season for Hull so far?
I don't know what's in full season.
Hull's form.
Hull, sorry, I was thinking. Well, I think that's Hull is a difficult team playing away. Last year was maybe, if it was not our best game, one of our best games, because Vincent Kompany was sent off in the first 10 minutes, I remember. We played really well and we won. I hope that this year we can do it in the same way, but we are sure that we are going to find a very tough team in their home, because they always play very, very strong, especially in aerial duels, and they're a very strong team.
You haven't won in the league since you beat Liverpool. Is that a concern for you, or because other teams are dropping points, is it still too early?
No, I think that we are starting for all the team is good not to drop points at the beginning, because finally you are going to win or you are going to lose the Premier for just 1 point. But for the moment, I think that we are not worried.
James Milner said yesterday that he thinks teams are desperate to beat you, not only because you're the champions, but also because of the amount of money that's been spent in recent years. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree that money is an important thing. I think that every team that wants to have chances to win the Premier League must spend money in good and big players. It's not impossible to win. In that sense, I don't think that we spend more money than Chelsea or that Manchester United or Arsenal in the last 10 years. So I think that every team has important players, every team spend money, but you don't win just with money.
You rested just a couple of players really against Sheffield Wednesday. 3 of the changes were enforced with a suspension and a couple of minor injuries, but Hart and company were rested. Will those both come back into the side now for this weekend?
Well, I think that we have a squad, and with the whole squad we'll try to be a competitive team in the 4 competitions. That's why we try to make some rotation from one game to other one, but not with a special name. That case was company. Ures was Silva and Agüero has a problem, but we'll see tomorrow which is the best team to play against who.
But with Caballero making his second start his first since the Community Shield, is there a chance for him maybe to have another game? You'd said before, I think, that he needed a couple of games in a row. Is this the kind of game that you could stick with him now?
We'll see tomorrow the 11 started, and after I can answer your questions.
And just a word about Frank Lampard. You mentioned him, but do you find it strange the questions that we're asking you about Frank Lampard as he is here now in this period of time? Do you understand why we're so interested in whether or not he can extend his stay here?
No, I don't think it's strange, because Frank is a very important player for England. As an England player, he's a very important player for the Premier League, because he's a very good player. And I hope that all your question is because all of you want to continue seeing Frank Lampard here.